Has anybody drunk the champagne yet? So how do you know it's champagne? Ah.
One sec.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is the part of the evening that some of us love and some of us love. The speeches.
Are they going to move?
Who do you want to move, Michael?
The people over there.
Yes. The table that has Richie and Richard on it. Can you see the screen?
Yes.
Excellent. Richie is my old Richie is my old school buddy, and we used to watch the pictures from the other side of the screen. Do you want to speak louder? But I can either turn the mic up or just talk louder. Which one works? Oh, I can talk like this! That don't work, does it? Stop shouting. I can't have all those instructions. Shall I swallow the mic like those singers do? Does that work? I would first like to take the opportunity to thank the Icelandic people for keeping half the party behind. Because this event wouldn't have been nearly so spectacular if all these aeroplanes that they dug out of the mothballs to fly some of us here and bring other airplanes that we usually fly to Australia and are now flying to Barbados. Anyway, I would like to welcome everybody here tonight that has made such an effort, and we have, like, as they say in statistics talk, like 99% occupancy, which I think is fantastic. Some of us have come from as far away as Bottom Bay, and some of us have come from like Aberdeen. Anybody here from Aberdeen? Anybody come any further away? Where do you come from, sir?
North of Aberdeen.
Is that what the Scilly Isles, or even further north than that? Or you're not Icelandic by chance? Anyway, I would like to take great pleasure in introducing our first speaker tonight, father of the bride, Michael Ali.
Good evening, ladies.
You have to swallow it, Michael.
Close.
Hello? Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. But there you go. All right. Is that any better?
Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming here this evening. Isn't it a lovely setting? I know I'm biased, but I do think my daughter looks beautiful today. We're very grateful indeed to all the people who've helped to organize this event. Whispers, wedding planners, Kirsty and Anthony. It was all so carefully planned. But as most of us know, things have a habit of going wrong at the last minute, or something does. So the contingent from the UK had a little bit of a problem. But although most of the UK guests had arrived in Barbados before all the flights were cancelled, it looked as though 10 important people weren't going to make it. As we often find, though, things do have a habit of working themselves out. And those 10 people arrived. Sorry about this audio, but I think I need to speak in there so much my lips are rubbing against it.
I brushed my teeth, Michael, so you're safe.
And those 10 people arrived last Thursday. Well, that's only 2 days ago. But whether or not that had happened, the story behind this, that's better, behind this happy event probably began, and I'll just indulge a little here, on the 20th of July, 1974. We did look quite pretty. And I admit that. Wish it lasted for me, that is. But amazingly, the reason I'm showing this, amazingly, on that very day, which was 20th of July, 1974, Simon Gilmore was marrying a lady called Diana Thompson in Wales. We got married in Scotland. But the very same day, we didn't know. A few years later, they had Anthony. And we had Kirsty. That photo there was taken at Welch's in Barbados, where Kirsty was born. In fact, both of our lovely children were born there. Anyway, I'll tell you some brief details about their early lives. From all accounts, Anthony was a very happy, nice young boy who, as his long-standing friends know, had an early interest in wheels. I mean cars, but we'll get to that. This was the next stage. He was encouraged and taught by his father Simon. I don't know if anybody can recognize him there. I'm sure they didn't recognize me earlier. And he stayed with cars, including rally cars, here in Barbados until he was 17 when he went to the UK. He became further qualified in the UK and received his first car, which he was very proud of, given to him by his parents. But back to Kirsty. I should really concentrate on my beautiful daughter. She was also a happy wee child, interested in her surroundings, whatever was near at hand. That was her grandfather, Pam's father and mother. And this is Pam's brother here, who looks quite a lot like his father, a lot of people say. Kirsty has always been very proud of her Barbadian heritage and reached out to us when we said we would be moving to the UK at that age for her. But we tried to keep her distracted, and she developed a good sense of humour and was always keen to try new things. She loved dressing up, and actually we have a similar one of Stuart but we'll save that for another time. She was also known to be quite persuasive from an early age, and I don't think that's changed. But she has different techniques now. But even when she did things like that, she had a way of doing it without actually making the people feel overly unhappy. That little girl is actually laughing. During all this, I don't think she could have been a more devoted, she could have had a more devoted, admiring brother than our very dear Stuart, who was one of the 10 people that came in on Thursday. And it was quite an emotional scene for me, seeing how pleased they were to see each other. But I don't have that actual picture, but this is another occasion where they showed some of their characteristics. Kirsty has always been an achiever. She always did well at school, understands music. In fact, she wrote a top prize-winning piece of music that was performed at the Royal Festival Hall. She had rehearsed it everywhere. She's a very strong swimmer, as on my mother's side of the family, and along with Stuart, became highly qualified in scuba diving at an early age. But she's always missed Barbados. She daydreamed about it. She loved coming back here on holiday. So she really worked hard, hoping that one day she would afford to come back here for more than a holiday. She cruised past many milestones that made me a very proud father indeed. But every father expects that one day his daughter will probably find a good man, fly the nest, and eventually get married. I'm confident that she has found that man in our very special friend, Anthony Gilmore. As you can see in that picture, and by looking at him in full life, he has brought good looks, good cooking, and many other strengths to the family. Above all, he's a very caring person. What more could we ask for? Anthony, you are so welcome in our family. Ladies and gentlemen, finally, if you'll be pleased, I am so very grateful to, firstly, to my daughter and her husband for making me the happiest, proudest father around today. Thank you, Anthony and Kirsty. But there is a secondly. To all of you from far and wide for joining us in the celebrations here today, you are all helping to make it such a wonderful occasion for us. We have people here from Bonnie, Scotland. As Simon said, where even just driving along and looking to the side, the scenery is breathtaking. But it's dangerous to take your eyes off the road. Pam and I saw that recently when we were in Scotland. Luckily just in time. Anyway, we also have people here from Trinidad. And of course, many friends and family from Barbados. We also remember absent friends who I know would love to be here to join in. All I can say is I hope they're enjoying whatever they're doing while we're away. Ladies and gentlemen, please now stand, if you can, and join me as I wish the bride and groom all the happiness in the world.
Thank you, everybody.
Bride and groom.
Thank you very much, Michael. I do believe everyone can be seated again now. That was an excellent slideshow. Anthony, you have a slideshow?
I'm sliding along.
You're sliding along. Well, we're going to have Anthony give his speech. Are you going to stand there or are you going to come over here? The happiest man here tonight, the groom, Anthony. Jesus. Good evening, everybody. Thank you, Michael, for your very kind words. That was a very impressive speech, and I did enjoy the slideshow. I know you spent ages working on it, and both Kirsty and myself really did appreciate it. Quite a lot. Right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, on behalf of my wife and I, doesn't she look amazing? I would like to thank all of you for the amount of effort you have made to be here to help celebrate our marriage. We know many of you have traveled far to be here with us to celebrate our special day, so I hope you all enjoy it. I am sorry for those who could not make it. You will be missed. On a personal note, I would especially like to thank my new in-laws, Michael and Pam, who have done everything to make me feel welcome into their family and have supported the both of us for the past 9 years. I would like to thank you for raising Kirsty up to be the beautiful, strong, intelligent, caring woman she is today. You both should be very proud. Michael, I would like to thank you for giving your only daughter away this afternoon so willingly. Maybe a bit too willingly, if you ask. But I do promise you both, I will provide a life of fun, enjoyment, happiness, and love for your very special daughter, and of course, my wife. To my mum and dad, a special thank you for all the love and support you have given me over the years. You have both been there whenever I needed you. You are both responsible for the person I am today, and will therefore be proud of who I have become, as most of it is down to you. As always, you have helped me with all my big decisions, giving me support and guidance, and today is no exception. When I decided to propose to Kirsty, a lot of thought went to it. Firstly, with the ring, then with the where, and finally with how. She said I got it right with the ring and the how, but the where went wrong. I thought it would be romantic and really cool to propose at the top of the Spinnaker Towers, 550 foot up, overlooking Portsmouth Harbour. Going down on one knee, if you could imagine that. Throughout the planning process, completely forgetting that the love of my life is frightened of heights. So there we were at the top, as if I was not already nervous about proposing. There was Kirsty having a panic attack and becoming a nervous wreck. This did not make it easy, I tell ya. So there I was doing the deed, down on one knee, popping the question. Meanwhile, Kirsty completely forgot about the fear, which turned into embarrassment as she kept saying, "Get up, get up." So she never actually said yes to me. So it was time to start planning for this day.
events like these don't just happen. We have spent hours and hours planning and organizing. Well, I say we, Kirsty did it all really. As one of the best things about being the man is weddings just seem to organize themselves. So to Kirsty and everyone who helped organizing today, a big thank you. Throughout the planning process, I've had a lot of explaining to me what marriage consists of, marriage consists of, and the one that stuck in my head was it's all about the 3 rings. The engagement ring, the wedding ring, and then the suffering. There are a few people who would like to personally thank. Jacqueline, Joanna, and Sharon for your lovely readings during our ceremony. To Lucy, you have done a fantastic job and are very talented. Ladies and gentlemen, please take this time to admire the table names on your tables. Lucy spent hours drawing and painting these for our special day. I would like to thank Robert and Pam Drad for the use of their quiet generator, and for Uncle Wells and Auntie Val for the use of their lovely palms that are decorating our lovely place here this evening. And Bottom Bay. A special thank you to George and Stuart, my groomsmen, for ensuring that I have remained cool, calm and collective, and for the excellent organisation skills today. Thank you. To my best man TK, who's over here sweating absolute buckets over here and being a bit quiet for my own liking. Huge personal thanks. I could not have asked more of you. I would like to say sorry for putting you through the ordeal of getting measured for the fantastic suits we are now wearing. Especially when my dad had to measure your inside leg. I know this put you outside your comfort zone. Ladies and gentlemen, please raise your glasses. To our stunning bridesmaids. Sat over there. Mandy, Camilla, and Fiona. To the bridesmaids! Don't they look beautiful today? I would like to thank you for supporting my new wife, leading up to and throughout today, and I am sure you will continue to support her in years to come. Ladies and gentlemen, please enjoy the rest of the evening as much as both my wife and I intend to. It now gives me great pressure to allow my best man TK to steal the show.
Closer, closer.
Good evening, ladies. Most people just call me TK, and Anthony has given me the honour of being his best man. I first became friendly with Anthony while attending Maps College. However, with him being in a higher form to me, we were not in class together, but we would bump into one another during breaks, lunch, playing football or cricket on the field, or even shared a few Friday afternoon school detentions together. But we always got along very well. There is one day in particular that I will never forget, and that is the day I was walking by the headmaster's office where I noticed Anthony standing and looking very nervous, so I decided to go over and ask him what's wrong. He then goes on to tell me that he picked up a rock, threw it in the air, and mysteriously, someone decided to run in front of it. And the funny thing is that he wasn't even trying to hit anyone. The headmaster calls Anthony in and proceeds to escort him around the corner with a 3-foot cane tucked under his arm. Within a few moments, Anthony reappears and I saw the largest pair of eyes I've ever seen on someone's face. As he walks past me, rubbing his backside, the only words you could hear is, "Woo, Lord, them was hot." No, later that day during lunch, I went over to him, tapped him on the shoulder and asked him if he would ever again pick up a rock in school. Then, with his sarcastic laugh, he states that from this day forth, if he does pick up a rock, he'll look around, see if there's anyone standing in the distance, and he aims straight for them. Because the way things went this morning, chances are I'm going to miss. And luckily, Anthony's aim has never improved. School days came and went, and Anthony finished his O-levels and went overseas to school. When Anthony eventually came back to Barbados, we met up with each other again through friends I had become close to. From there, our friendship grew rapidly, and every weekend we would find ourselves out partying to odd hours in the morning. At the time, we shared a common interest in automotive mechanics, which I was studying here at school. Anthony, with the years and experience growing up working on cars, he would always have something to talk about, and I would learn a lot from him, as well as getting the opportunity to work alongside him with his father's workshop during school holidays. Another common interest we also shared together was that of rum and dominoes. Both were done in large amounts on weekends when we were all together. As soon as the weekend came around, we all hooked up and headed out to whatever was happening, which usually consisted of partying and causing endless trouble to odd hours of the morning. If we were not out partying, we would spend time at each other's houses, days at the beach, following the rallies or whatever came to mind. We always traveled together. As I think back on everything we used to get up to and the trouble we caused, somehow Anthony was very good at getting out of trouble, getting out on top, or just never getting caught, especially by the parents. He left that to others in the group. Until finally his luck ran out. One day, hanging around, we were desperately trying to think of something to do, and after a while of debating, Anthony says he's got a car, so let's get in and see where the night takes us. He's driving. We didn't know where we were going, but we were heading out. I must say it started off as an innocent island tour, but strangely enough, every time we made a pit stop, there seemed to be a bar. So we made good use of it and moved on to the next stop. The night finished somewhere after 3 a.m. as we watched Anthony dial his cell phone with the face of fear to let his father know he still has the car, but it's now parked into a telephone pole. He then hangs up the phone, and Uncle Simon is now on his way there to meet us. Anthony then begins to pace back and forth, and the only words that he can say at times is, I'm dead, my father's going to kill me." It was like watching a man await his own execution. We tried to comfort him a bit and assure him that everything was going to be fine, but when Uncle Simon arrived, one look at him, you could tell he was not pleased. So we took a few steps back from Anthony to avoid the line of fire. Uncle Simon then hands us a tow rope, says about 2 words, gets back into his car to tow us home. I think Anthony was expecting a passing of a lifetime. He knew he was in trouble, but what Uncle Simon did was gave him the entire drive home to think of the endless possibilities of his punishment. Anyhow, Anthony survived, and in the end the car was repaired and life went on. But my experience with Anthony and telephone poles did not end there. While navigating for him in the Texaco All-Stage Rally, Anthony found himself another pole and decided to take that one on too. This, however, did not stop us. We changed some parts, jumped up and down the car bonnet a few times and tried to straighten it back out. I went back to finish the rally, placing first in our group. I must say it was one of the highlights of my life. Then came the day Anthony and Kirsty met. They started dating. It seemed love at first sight. They were together for some time, and then Kirsty went back to the UK for university. Those first few months, boy, was Anthony lovesick. It was obvious to us how much Anthony really loved Kirsty, and life without her was unbearable. So it wasn't long before the announcement was made that Anthony and Kirsty were engaged. Soon thereafter, Anthony moved up to the UK, and they started their life together. Now here we all are on a beautiful wedding day. I find like to say what a great honor it is to have such a true and loyal friend such as Anthony. Unfortunately, we now live very far apart, but I always look forward to the next time we meet again. When we do, by the time we finish our first beer, things somehow seem as if he's never left. So I truly wish him and his beautiful bride Kirsty all the happiness in the world. And on that note, I'd like to ask everyone to raise their glasses and toast to Anthony and Kirsty. May they live a long and happy life together, filled with joy, happiness, and everlasting love. The bride and groom, everybody.
Well, you impressed me, TK, because you told me earlier that you were going to go. Thank you.
Thank you, well done.
Anthony certainly found some good friends in his days. Lost my way. Ladies and gentlemen, the maid of honor, is it? Mandy? Now, isn't that a beautiful lady?
Hello, everyone.
She's mine tonight, buddy.
Hi, everyone.
Sorry, I forgot.
That's good. That's good. So, well, I think most of you know me. Some of you don't. I'm Mandy Mahon, and I have the privilege and the honor of being Kirsty's maid of honor. She gave me a very special gift, asking me to say a few words here tonight. But I had to say, those speeches are going to be really hard to follow, so I've just written a little something I'd like to share with you. So according to both of our parents, Kirsty and I have known each other since probably when we were born. But since I don't really remember that, I can tell you that we really became close when we were about 17 or 18. Basically, when she was here on her summer holidays and for her gap year. And we were really Spaz 1 and Spaz 2. The Spastics, a term affectionately coined by some of our friends, all of whom are here tonight and know who they are out in the crowd. And we had lots of fun at beach parties, beach houses, limes. They included the infamous Monopoly games and Jenga and Scrabble. We had a great time. We were partners in crime, and of course there were frequent visits to that well-known establishment, Harbour Lights. You were my wing woman, so to speak, and my best friend. You still are. We've remained close despite the fact that we're so far away. That was long. And I mean, look at her now. Stunning, brilliant, and a successful lawyer to be. What can Anthony ask for more? So, you guys said I wasn't going to cry, but this isn't working. And to Anthony, it's been clear from early, I think, to myself and all of our friends, how much you care about Kirsty, and always have. I just want to say that I'm incredibly happy to be here to celebrate with you both on your big day. I think you're really made for each other. And I think I speak for myself and the other bridesmaids, Fiona and Camilla, when I say that we're supremely honoured to be a part of your special day. So, everybody, please join me crying to Kirsty and Anthony.
To Kirsty and Anthony.
I love you both.
That was lovely and very emotional, and I hope there's more than one tear in this room tonight. Well, shortly, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be cutting the cake. When we've found the cake and it's been brought out, we've got the knives, we will ask you to join in that celebration. In the meantime, enjoy some of this lovely champagne or whatever else you'll be drinking. Thank you very much.